How's it going, everyone? Quincy with the Geek View. I'm here with Jeremy, and we're here to talk about what to expect for Obi-Wan Kenobi, the new Disney Plus series that's coming out pretty soon. You know, Jeremy, we watched the trailer. What did you think?
Yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope for Disney Plus.
Yeah. Well, you know, right off the bat, I think with the trailer, it was cool to see him kind of observing a young Luke Skywalker. You know, I was like,
yeah,
oh, okay.
It was very like reminiscent of the time when they first found Anakin Skywalker.
Right. Yeah. And the funny thing is that Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan found him right on. Was it on Tatooine?
Yeah, it was Tatooine. Yeah, that's why Obi-Wan brought him to Tatooine in the first place, and that's why he left him with. You know, that's why they left him with the uncle and auntie, right? Because they're relatives of Anakin.
It's actually, that's right. What, you know, what's actually so funny is that I now think back to Rey and how like they were trying to make us think that she was a Skywalker with all those like trailers and memories of a ship flying away. Kind of, I don't know. I feel like Star Wars has a way of repeating itself, you know, in its stories. Well, the movies anyway, but the Disney Plus series, you know, Chef's Kiss is really great.
They are reusing a lot of stuff, even in this one.
Yeah, but you know, of course, right. This is kind of happening or taking place right after episode. When of course Anakin gets cut in half. That's the point of reference that all I remember. You know,
when he becomes Darth Vader. Yeah.
Right. He becomes the Dark Lord. No, he becomes, the biggest supervillain of all time. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, I'm trying to wonder what can they do with the story, because I feel like right now all the Jedi are in hiding, and, you know, like, is it just going to be, you know, like something that's done in the shadows, you know, or like, is there going to be a build up to kind of lead into, you know, episode, the most recent, they're not recent episodes. I'm sorry. They're the original episodes.
Probably. I don't think so.
Yeah, because he's still young,
I don't think so, because that would take too long. That would take way too long.
There's too much time span, right, from that moment to the next moment. And
besides, we see when the first time we see Obi-Wan Kenobi in A New Hope, he's already like super old, right?
Yeah,
really old man.
And Luke is already old as well, right? He's like full force adult.
I think he's supposed to be like a young, like 17 or something like that in the movies.
Oh, he don't look 17 to me. But
not the actor. I'm talking about the character.
The character, yeah. The Luke is the 17.
I don't know. He's supposed to be really, really young in A New Hope. Yeah, I mean, there would be too much, and plus there's so much story already told in between all those eras anyway, right? Yeah. From the cartoon series. So I feel like they would have to include too much of that into the live action, otherwise it'll break canon, and that would just make it even worse. That would just make things really, really bad. So I think there's gonna be a very specific story for this one,
right? And we do see the Inquisitors. That is also revealed in this trailer as well.
Yeah, definitely. We see the Grand Inquisitor. It's probably the most recognizable one for people who watch Star Wars Rebels, as well as the fifth brother. And then there's also a new Inquisitor who I forgot her actual name, but she's apparently the third sister of the Inquisitors.
Oh, the third sister.
Yeah.
Where's the first
Reva, I think is what she's called.
Oh wow. Well, and and I obviously in the trailer,
second sister, I don't remember.
I guess the Sith that was in front of the Grand Inquisitor seemed to me like Darth Maul, but you know, Jeremy doesn't think so, or you don't think so.
No, because we know what happens to Darth Maul, or people already know what happens to Darth Maul. He has a complete arc from the moment he gets cut in half by Qui-Gon Jinn till his
everyone's getting cut in half. All these bad people getting cut in half.
Yeah, it's a theme, as well as people's hands getting cut off.
Yeah, that's a theme for sure. Ooh, where's my hand?
Yeah, both Anakin and Luke got their hands cut off.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so interesting. I love those themes, recurring themes. Okay, so we do get a somewhat of an introduction to the Inquisitors, right? Mm-hmm. So they seem to be kind of the big bad that would be, I guess, formidable foes for Obi-Wan. But like, what really can happen as he's watching over, you know, Luke Skywalker, and you know, what kind of story do you feel like might play into this whole lead-in? You know, of course,
that's the thing. I don't know. Like, I really don't know what to expect for this one, because I just thought Obi-Wan was just hiding on the desert planet
the whole time, right?
The entire time. Yeah.
Until Princess Leia was like, we need you. Okay, I guess it's time to come out of retirement.
Yeah, exactly. So I literally thought that was what he was going to do this whole time, for 40 plus years or something.
Yeah, exactly. And so that kind of also brings up a question as well. Like for Obi-Wan, is it going to just be like he's just going to keep looking over Luke, and I think what will be exciting, and I know you mentioned this too, is that there might be another battle between Darth Vader and, of course, Obi-Wan as well.
Yeah.
But I was kind of mentioning this before, is that it's kind of strange for me because, I guess because, in the last episode, the very final episode, when Obi-Wan starts fighting with Darth Vader, he kind of gives him his life to the Force, right? And just, dies from Darth Vader. But we had mentioned that, he kind of had already completed his mission, right? Watched over, the twins, and then, of course, moved on to, what is it? Like, turned into a Force Ghost, right? But I was gonna say he turns into someone who went to heaven. But he turns into Force Ghost. But do you feel like it would cheapen the fight if there is going to be a fight between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, because they are going to also reprise the role for Hayden Christensen, for this, which I always felt that he was very an uncomfortable actor. I do feel that I don't know if he could pull off, Darth Vader, in the same way as the original. I don't know. I'm a little bit worried about that. But he is going to be in the movie. I mean,
what do you mean, like the original? Well, I mean, the original Darth Vader was played by a guy that people barely remember his name.
Well, because he was just a mask, right, and a voice.
He was just a bat. He wasn't even the voice.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they voiced over him, like with James Earl Jones.
That's right. Well, so obviously, so the voice doesn't make the man. The man doesn't make the man. But you think Hayden Christensen could be the man? Yeah,
I mean, they just do a voice changer, right? They just do that voice modulation.
but like I said, I guess the voice does make the man then, because of Darth Vader's voice.
Well, I mean, yeah, because in the original one, they just had the body of, or the body of Darth Vader was, the costume was worn by David Prowse, right? And then later on, in editing, they just kind of put James Earl Jones' voice over him.
Which is kind of nice, because you don't have to really move your mouth when you're in a suit.
No, but okay, no, there are clips out there on YouTube where David Prowse is actually talking in the mask in the scene while recording, because he didn't know that they were going to record over him at the time.
What? They never told him?
They never told him. I mean, I don't know if it was like a change of plans or something, but he didn't know at the moment. Like,
you don't sound Darth Vader enough, so we're actually gonna have a voiceover.
It's pretty funny, because like it sounds like a guy talking in a mask would sound like.
Oh, really? Like without the whole editing of his voice.
Yeah, it just sounds like a guy just talking in a mask. That's really what it sounds like.
Well, so they made a good decision. I mean, nowadays, like, we're all wearing masks. You can't even hear the person behind the plexiglass and the mask.
So I'm pretty sure they'll do the same thing for this one, where Christian Haydenson, right, is wearing the suit, but then they'll probably modulate his voice to give it a darker, deeper tone that we're all accustomed to.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me. But in that essence, like, do you feel like, I guess, body movement wise, like confidence, like when I recall, when they showed Darth Vader in, was it Rogue One, or was it Han Solo? Did they show Darth Vader in Solo?
No, it was Rogue One.
Oh no, Darth Maul was in Solo, right? So Rogue One, right? When they showed him in Rogue One, I felt that like he had a presence. He was walking around, dude. Like, it was like epic, and he was just cutting people up. Like, that's what I kind of think of with Darth Vader. So, I mean, maybe, Hayden Christensen might not even be relevant if he's going to be in the suit the whole time.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think it's just the way you portray him, because the same thing. So in the most recent video game of Jedi Fallen Order, there's this final scene where Darth Vader makes like a menacing entrance to the scenario. And like, obviously it's not portrayed by James Earl Jones or at least I don't think it is, or Christian Haydenson. It's just an animated character, right? And he's like so terrifying. And I remember like feeling extremely terrifying. I think it's just the character himself that really makes a difference. So I think Hayden Christensen will be fine as Darth Vader.
Yeah, they're just like, okay, well, we'll just put a suit on. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, it's just, I think it's more of like the suit and also how they use a character, right?
Yeah.
Because like how powerful the thing that makes him so fearful is his immense power with the Force.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Right, and then that's what you want to see, right? Like we want to see like Darth Vader in all his glory at the peak, the prime, which I think, of course we saw more of a descendant of, Darth Vader in the original movies. This, we're actually going to see him in his prime. We'll also see Obi-Wan hopefully in his prime as well. Even though, he doesn't have like, all the Jedi to kind of back him up. We'll see both guys in their prime, and hopefully that will make a very entertaining fight.
Yeah, definitely. I need to see a Darth Vader. I need to see a menacing Darth Vader like how we saw in Rogue One.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he looked cool like that. I wonder if there's going to be some crossover. No, well, see, there's not enough time.
No, there's no crossover because that again that's like too far into the future.
Well, and he looked pretty powerful then, right? And that's right before, right, everything was kind of happening. Like that was probably at the peak of his moment of decline.
Yeah, he was an old man himself already by that time.
Yeah, this could be like the Batman, like origin story of Obi-Wan and Darth Vader.
What do you mean origin story? Not the origin.
Well, not the origin story, but then their rise to power, I guess.
They already have the rise of power. We just need to see them in their prime power now.
Right. Well, kind of like,
really got this. I mean, we never really seen a Darth Vader
in their careers. We get to see them in their careers.
Sure. Yeah. I want to see like the absolute fear as like Darth Vader's chasing you.
You want people to have nightmares. I want little kids to have nightmares because watching a Disney Plus series.
That's what we all know that during this time during the Star Wars universe, that's what Darth Vader is doing currently. He's hunting down the remnants of the Jedi Order.
See, and that's another thing too. Is like what makes Darth Vader so different than like people like Snoke and like all these other Sith Lords.
Nothing.
Right.
It's not original at all. Like people like Snoke and Kylo Ren and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not original at all.
Well, so what makes you think that Darth Vader is so much more fearful in his kind of overall presence? Like I guess same thing with Yoda, right? Like something about him and so much more wise.
I mean, he's already established as the de facto Sith Lord that everyone fears, aside from Palpatine, right?
Yeah, of course.
He's the one that's like supposed to be the ultimate leader is taking down the Rebel Alliance. It's hunting down he's the reason the fall of the Jedi Order, right? As to why all the Jedi are extinct except for maybe one or two. That's already been like, I feel like that scenario has already been established. Yeah.
Well, and so I mean, I always think from the character's perspective. Like, does Darth Vader ever like feel self-conscious that he's not as dark as he used to be? Like he has conversations in his helmet, like, I have to one up.
Okay, okay, we're ridiculous. I don't think he's trying to be dark. Like, he's not edgy.
I have a reputation to maintain.
This is not an episode of Robot Chicken.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I think a lot of people have things to look forward to in terms of the fighting. And like you said, I think the trailer hasn't given enough to reveal kind of what the storyline would look like, and I'm hoping that as more trailers are revealed prior to May, we can kind of do another what to expect to kind of just like cement what people can truly expect, aside from the big fight between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan, which
all we saw was like Obi-Wan Kenobi like hiding behind walls, right? There's a new planet of Dayu, which is like this nightlife city filled with graffiti kind of and then there's the the Inquisitors are involved. That's kind of all we know. And of course there's young Luke Skywalker, but he's whatever.
That's probably just like a teaser because he's obviously not going to play any role at all, right? It's not like not like something's going to be greatly revealed, for Luke. So I mean I wonder if it's just going to be like beginning of the episode, they're gonna see Luke, and then that was just for the clip of like, oh, here's Luke Skywalker.
You know, what'd be really, really cool is if they start off the series with like the right where the episode 3 ends off on.
Oh man, I think a lot of people will lose their, the big S word because
and I want to see like I would maybe they'll also do like flashbacks to like Darth Vader. No, Darth Vader eliminating the Jedi in the Jedi Temple on course.
Oh wait, so there was a scene like Order 66. Was there a scene that Darth Vader actually did take out more Jedi?
Yeah, he was still Anakin. He wasn't in the suit yet.
Right.
But it was like right after Order 66, right? He went to the Jedi Temple and he was killing all the Jedi. There was a scene where there was a bunch of young children Padawans, and like they go out of hiding because they recognize Anakin, right? And it's like, Master Skywalker, are we going to be safe or something? And then Anakin just responds by turning on, igniting his lightsaber in the camera,
slaughtering everybody.
And well, it doesn't show it in slaughtering, but it's imposed that he does, right?
What was that? Was that in?
Yeah, it was in the movie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, I do remember. That was the last episode, right?
That was episode 3. Yeah.
Yeah, episode 3. Because I was like, well, you're describing it. I kind of recall watching something like that. But you're saying that they're going to show it as a flashback and potentially kind of showing that part,
yeah,
right?
I hope, yeah.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see. But other than that, let us know what you think we can expect in the coming Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney Plus. Remember, it comes out in May. Check back here if there's another trailer that drops. We're definitely going to cover it because hopefully it'll reveal more of the story. But other than that, that's what to expect from the Geek View, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.